We've just arrived at the Gleann Distillery. We cannot wait for the tour.
Stuart, our tour guide, is going to be taking us around the whole distillery. He's going to be showing us the entire process for the Gleann Turret from barley to bottle. We're here at Inverarity Morton's Evolution 2023. We're about to go inside. It looks bouncing in there. Let's go.
Come and join us. Let's see what we can have to drink. Whiskey Slayer, congratulations!
Unbelievable!
Cannot believe it, Mel. Congratulations.
Join Whisky Club at the Scotch Malt Whisky Society.
I think Andrew's inside waiting for us. We're going for a tour. Let's do it.
Where's Harvey gone?
Right, and shut up.
Harvey boy, put that full screen.
Yeah.
Put that full screen, my friend. Here we are. Look at us.
Back in.
Simon, Harvey, and Greg in the complete wrong order.
No. Yeah.
See, what camera are we? That middle.
Middle. Right at me.
Hello, yeah, you okay?
First of all, we've got an unfamiliar face on the stream, but
A beautiful thing.
can you hear us and can you see us? That's the most important thing.
That is Team Greg, Johnny H. Hashtag Team Greg. There you go. Nice and easy. Nice and easy. What we got? So we have got Johnny H. Steve Hall. He's ready to go. James here, ready to go. Steve Hall, Andy, Reese, Jennifer are all here. Alfred's here always. Nick Oxlade. Wow. Backdrop. Let's talk about this backdrop.
I've no idea. No, there's nothing very since we just no, this is a our office in Edinburgh. So yeah, I'm usually in the warehouse, to be honest. So pleased to come up here and have a dram myself.
There are some incredible brands behind us there.
Yeah, just a wee library, a wee snapshot, some of the stuff that's out there. So something to look at.
TikTok Steve's in the house. Good evening, fellow whiskey lovers. He says Stuart Coleman is here. Priest here, yes. Always is in the works, and Cam Priest in the house. Very fancy. Been looking forward to tonight. Carlos's sound is picking up, but everybody else seems to say that we're loud and clear. So, Carlos, don't know what you're on Facebook.
We refresh
Have a
Carlos.
refresh, mate.
So far, so good.
Laura Pipton, Jennifer Ethan, got to say hello to everybody. Got to say hello to everybody. Ian Link Gordon's in. Yes, Smart Amy's here. Watching YouTube, message on Facebook. Sound isn't great, he says.
Hang on then. I'll just turn it
That's
up.
two sounds. Maybe just a little turn up. We've got a different side. We're in a significantly bigger room today than we normally are. Our office is not as grand as yours, unfortunately. So, well, not this one. We'll get a new office soon. Even then, it's probably not as grand as this. Partaking tonight, says Stuart. Welcome back, Simon. Tampreet, you weren't here for Club 24, Tampreet. I've been back. When have you been back, Red?
I've never seen Harvey Simon.
Definitely means you.
He's got us mixed up.
It means you.
Mate, you've been part of the club for so long. The whole time you thought I was Simon.
T-shirt as smart as I ever get.
I know.
T-shirt as smart as I ever get. Evening, guys. Sound is not the best.
I've turned it up. We should be okay. The mic's a wee bit.
Wait for subtitles because it's from London. Did anybody else's dram turn up this morning? Peter Gates just in time. Chris Davies is in the house.
He's giving you a hard. Simon's posh voice is funny, trying to impress.
I've lost my voice a wee bit, so I'm straining a little bit, so I do apologise. Harry's with fresh. Harry.
I had my hoodie on and you guys were like, nah, break it up with a bit of colour. Now I'm getting slaughtered for it.
Right then, what's the plan, gents?
Yeah, so this is obviously a different setup for us. You've heard us hyping it. Here we are, tonight's the night. We're with Greg from Gleann Mòr Whisky Row. Just why are we here with you, Greg? Tell us.
So hopefully tonight we'll take a look through the Whisky Row range and we'll just pick through kind of what we've kind of been building over the last few years and hopefully enjoy the transition.
So yeah, if you were lucky enough to get in quick and get your tasting kit, we'll be tasting along with you. If not, don't worry, you can always grab a tasting kit from the Mòr website, watch this back, but definitely stay tuned to just learn about Greg, about the whiskey we're buying, because I think one thing that really captured me when learning about Whisky Row, learning about Gleann Mòr, but also meeting yourself, is just your personal journey through whiskey, because it is somewhat unusual.
Yeah, well, this might
Just bring it in.
Sorry, guys.
Sending YouTube's in and out. 3 top hats and 3
Unplug.
Let's fix this one more. We can have that there. That sits perfectly there.
How's that? Can everyone hear us again?
3 top hats and 3 monocles are what is required to sit in this illustrious room. Tasting kits are ready, says Martin. Perfect. So they can hear us. They've got tasting kits. They're ready to go.
Yeah, so we were diving into just it being a little bit of a different journey for you in terms of whiskey, and also you've seen a lot of change in the business. You've seen just explode and the exciting things that are about to come.
Yep.
Hopefully we can talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it started my journey with Gleann Mòr Spirits and into the industry. It's coming up for about years ago now. I was out at the time. I was a photographer, and I was just out with the camera one night, just doing some kind of landscape stuff. And I spotted a car, quite a nice sports car down in Leith, and it was branded up with Firkin Gin. I don't know if you're familiar with the brand, but that's one of our brands. And it was there was some searchlights, and it was a lodge of a bar down in Leith. So I took a photo of the car, posted it online. Woke up in the morning, I had a message just saying, "Can you get in touch about that picture?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm going to have to take this down or something." So I reached out, and actually it was my now directors were looking to see if they could get that photo. So I said, "You can have it. Just keep in mind if you've got any kind of bottle shots or anything that you needed done," because I'd already had experience doing that. And then the next week I was in doing a kind of test shoot, and then from there I've never kind of looked back. And over that 8 years of obviously it's a long time, a lot of things have happened, but when I first went, it was very much on a photography basis. And then as I was there a few weeks, I ended up with a set of keys for the warehouse, and then one thing's led to another. Now I look after the whiskey, so my job title now is spirits manager. So I do the blending for the blends at the front of you tonight, but for the rest of the business, I look after the cask maturation for all the single cask stuff, the wood procurement. Yeah, it's just a varied role.
Wow.
And only recently,
That's some journey.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? It's amazing.
How rude is he taking away that we photograph? That's the key to this whole story. Have the photograph, keep it in mind.
and here we are. Yeah, so yeah, it's been a bit of a journey.
Nice.
And only maybe 6-7 weeks ago, hung up the camera. I'm just too busy now looking after the whiskey, so I've been pulled away from the camera and into the whiskey. The allure of looking after it's been too strong. So.
Nice.
Amazing. It is a really interesting journey. Definitely much better with the sound. That could be going up, but we'll see.
Great.
Still got echo?
Don't know. Well, wait, we'll find out. They'll tell us.
Yeah, well, that's good. Here's me thinking everything was fine. Let's start off with the first brand name. It's Whisky Row.
Yep.
Obviously, Gleann Mòr is the
parent,
the parent brand.
Yeah, the umbrella and part of the business. We've got a brand tree under that. Whisky Row is our blended malt that falls in the kind of brand portfolio. So it's all 46% non-chill filter, natural colour. The way I like to drink whiskey myself is kind of as pure as possible. A very acceptable kind of 46% as well. So we'll be starting with our smooth and sweet, which I'll give you guys a dram.
Well, Chris Davies just said, Lola, he's chipped down somebody in the chat. I'm great, but he says whiskey is poured, waiting for Greg to give us the go ahead. So this is it. Still getting echo, still a little bit of echo for some. I don't know how. There's only one microphone. You cannot be getting it.
Is it because the room's bigger than the one you're using?
Be, but there's
should be okay.
sound protectors in the mic.
I'll say one
You
more
play
time.
around with that. We'll just quick get the whiskey and start getting ourselves moving. What are we on?
Yeah, so Whisky Row is probably worth touching on the actual brand concept itself. So the company is born out of Leith. We're we're based down there currently. And we're just about to move from Leith for the first time, but I'll touch a bit into that as we go on. But basically, if you look back into Leith's part in the whisky industry, it was such a hub for the whole industry for blending, for consolidation of all the kind of goods. And Port of Leith was one of only 6 ports that had a license to export whisky, so it was a really major hub for getting whisky to the rest of the world. That was kind of pretty much forgotten for decades. I grew up in Edinburgh and didn't know until probably 30 that there was such a strong heritage of whisky there. Obviously, we're seeing it now. There's a lot of really good whisky bars popping up in Leith now. You've got other blenders down there. You've got distilleries opening, and there's so much going on in Leith around whisky just now.
It's a renaissance, and
absolutely,
Leith, isn't there, about whisky as well? So it's I'm the same as you. I think we're probably the same thing. Our experience is never having any recognition, even Edinburgh as well. Living here my whole life, never really knew anything about that kind of stuff down there until probably the last 10 or 15 years, which is so interesting.
Yeah, so on the back of the actual bottles, there is a map of Leith, which shows the Leith Glassworks and some of the warehouses just off of Salamander Street. But the street that we're going to focus in on, which was known as Whisky Row at the time, is Elb Street.
Yes.
So it was just a kind of homage to that history that Leith had, and very much would have been up for blending and stuff. So this is just a celebration of that history. So the range itself, we've got 3 main kind of products in there. We've got smooth and sweet, which that's what when I'm doing a blend, I'm trying to make sure whatever cask I use, wherever they're from, because it doesn't have a region on it, so it gives me flexibility in the inventory just to hit those flavour cues. So smooth and sweet, rich and spicy, smoking peat. It kind of gives it a touch point that hopefully, if you don't go on, you might like the other. It's great for people who are new to whiskey. It's a good way to find out what style you prefer. And if someone says to me, I prefer smooth and sweet or rich and spicy, I can then take them on a wider journey trying other stuff. But it's, as I say, at 46%, it's got a lot about it. It's and hopefully you guys, you'll feel me, but you'll hopefully enjoy it as well.
So we're going in. It's lovely to spend time with you guys tonight. We're on for the smooth and sweet.
Yep. So with this one, this is batch 3. So it's our 3rd batch of smooth and sweet. Batch 1 and batch 2 are long gone now, and we're about to the next few weeks we'll be transitioning into batch 4. But I'm always just trying to deliver that 2 key flavour points. So smooth and sweet is what you should expect from this dram. But when it comes to the actual whiskies that are in it, it's a blended malt, and nobody knows the recipe apart from myself and the director, John, who was here earlier helping set up. He's head of UK sales. He doesn't know what goes into these because it's not important. It's about just celebrating that flavour. And we get asked all the time. Obviously, I know, but I just keep my cards close to my chest.
You can tell us when
people do try. I've not given it up yet.
Nah, never give up those secrets. Let's get some feedback in the chat. From the first whiskey, the smooth and sweet, it's really nice. I think it's lovely. It's got that lovely colour, flavor. Light on the nose. It's
I can't really
nice drinker.
Begin to imagine where you start when. So you've got these casks in front of you. Where do you start? Like, because ultimately you learned it from
on the job.
From just being there and doing it and realize actually I've got a knack for this, clearly, because this is delicious. So first of all, well done. It's an amazing job that you've done. But how do you know you can do that? And then how do you do it? Like, what's the process?
I'm always learning. I've been in the industry 8 years or so. I've been looking after the whiskey portfolio for coming up 4 years now. But I'm always learning. And because we're not a single malt distillery that are trying to make a core range and repeat the same thing, there's a bit of flex in there for me to go through the inventory. We're independent bottlers and blenders, so we buy from all over the producers in Scotland. So our inventory is constantly changing. So I've got to be on top of what's coming in, kind of almost just categorize it by flavour. So I kind of switch off a little bit to age statement, and I switch off to the commercials of it. I don't really want to know what the cost price of the liquids are, because I'm looking to just deliver something quality and flavour. Ultimately, when I put a dram in front of the panel, in front of the directors, they'll sign off on it if it makes commercial sense. And even some of the whiskies here will have had double digits in the blend. It's not like there's no age statement because that ties us in. I'm just trying to make good flavour. So if it's good at 4, if it's good at 10, it's good. The age almost becomes secondary. So yeah, I mean, and to actually physically do it, I would just be pulling in certain samples. I mean, most of these are refill casks with a bit of kind of first fill bourbon in there, but that doesn't mean we'll be stuck with that smooth and sweet. I could start to bring in rum casks if I want next time round, because I'm not trying to replicate batch 3. I'm trying to just make smooth and sweet. Yeah, and I mean, as we get larger and we scale the process up, which we've just started to do, that will probably naturally find a bit more consistency, because I'll be planning 4 or 5 years ahead for the next wave, rather than just doing it from batch to batch. I need to be ahead of the curve if we're going to go up in volume. So
I tell you what, we're going to ask for some tasting notes as well before we get Greg to give us the pro tasting notes on this side. Let's see what you think, guys. I've already got some incredible feedback already. It's really nice coming in. Tampere says it's lovely, lives up to the smooth and sweet label, having it with some dark chocolate. So he's enjoying it.
That's a great shout.
I love that. Tampere's pivoted perfectly.
Actually, I actually like it. I don't know, I didn't quite catch it earlier, but somebody's having it with a chippy earlier, and I didn't catch it. So whoever was having a chippy, give us a shout, because that was a brilliant one. Oh yeah, there you go. Evening, everyone. Bought 2 tasting kits for myself and my parents. Opened and tried it after a chippy earlier. They had some Whisky Row with a chip shop.
What are you paying for that?
Love that.
from a chippy.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'd go for fish for this. Got some cod or haddock would be excellent.
It's also on our list.
I'd probably stay away from, maybe it's a bit of salt to contrast the sweetness. I'd stay away from the sauce though. Maybe we're rich and spicy, but not with smooth and sweet.
Right, so we're thinking chippy sauce with rich and spicy.
Yeah, right.
We were talking about this actually at the weekend.
So much so I had the chippy last night.
So much so that we had to have chippies. I was going to say, how underrated is steak pie is from the chippy? I reckon one of these has got steak pie written all over it.
Yeah, maybe the smoking Pete.
The smoking Pete, nice. Robert's late. Robert Watwell's late. Not happy about that, Robert. We'll forgive you this once. Jennifer B, great feedback. David Hargett says it's a good place to start. Jennifer says exactly what it says on the label, very pleasant. So feedback's really good. Johnny H has come in with some tasting notes of lovely pear and fudge on the nose, which is great. Nick, the draw is for this tonight. There's tickets available at www.whiskyclubuk.com. Jump on, get your tickets. There's a few tickets left, and it's going to be a nice competition. Ashley Bill, this sounds a bit strange, but it's like a heavy cider. Deep, fruity flavour, no burn, which is a great. It was always a winner. Ashley Bill really chuffed. Lovely starter, says Andy Hope. Really nice, smooth, toffee sweetness from TikTok Steve. Great feedback. Tell you what, feedback's amazing. It's fantastic. Definitely smooth and sweet. Has cherry afternotes or aftertones, as Alfie says. So he's getting a bit of cherry from it. Not normally a fan of blended. Drives me a bit nutty, but it's very smooth. Nice from Blade. Loves it.
Almost an almond aftertaste.
Almond aftertaste from Robert. I get a little bit of an almondy vanilla sort of thing going on. You know, like what's that? That gum, the white and the gum that you use for Singapore slings. An almond sugar.
You'll have it in the bar.
Yeah, I'll have it in the bar.
Somebody will tell me, right? It's a white, it's like almondy sugar.
It's like a Monin syrup, right?
It's a Monin syrup. You use it for Singapore slings. It tastes a bit like marzipan. What's it called? Somebody's going to tell me. Because this is what we do. Yes, nice. Right, they just tell us. We're just talking nonsense on camera. Blaine Colson's getting a bit of vanilla, which is fantastic. Michael, very drinkable. 2 of us here, we could do a bottle at a night. Very nice. Smooth and sweet, hits it straight on. Caramel, lemon curd. Love the lemon curd. And apple crumble, amazing.
I should say now as well, when you're saying you'd like to crack a bottle, or the 2 of you could crack a bottle.
Oh, yeah.
When we go through them all, we've got a discount code. You can get a great discount, bottles direct from Gleann Mòr Spirits from Whisky Row. So stay tuned. We'll drop that code and you can get yourself a bottle of your favourite or favourites.
Honey apple pie, cinnamon powder custard. Fantastic. Very, very good. Very sweet. Love it. This is from Chris Davies as well. Chris knows his stuff. I'm telling you that right now. Very sweet. Love it. Honey and caramel. Toffee apple on the nose. I nearly read that, Stuart. He's a pain in the eye. Nutty aftertaste. Comes with a lot of chocolate. Amaretto. No, not amaretto. It's not what I'm thinking. What's he Caesar? What's it called? What's it called? I have to remember.
It will come to me because I can picture
Somebody's got to know.
If it tastes like marzipan, that's why I'm not.
You don't like it?
I don't like marzipan.
Right.
I like it. It's funny because I like almonds. I like toasted almonds, but I can't.
David Haggett's in the wind-up says grenadine. Well, the feedback anyway has been sensational.
Yeah, good, really good
What a place to start.
Good start.
I am a fan. I'm a big fan. That's a session-y whiskey. That's a summer whiskey. I'm drinking that in the garden, in the sun. My kids are screaming it, all chaos, and I'm just enjoying that. I'm loving it.
The sweetness with this particular dram, a lot of it is delivered in a kind of fruit form, but you're getting a bit of confection in there. So I'd say fudge is something that I often pick up in the sweeter drams as well. That's a great shout, and just that wee touch of citrus in there as well. Like the whole point is it's supposed to be approachable, it's supposed to be balanced, and also just something that's worth mentioning as well for people that maybe aren't so familiar with blended malt ranges. Obviously, this is 100% malt whiskey. There's no grain in it at all, so it's still it's
top quality.
Yeah, so I mean, the only whiskey that isn't blended, because single malts are blended, it's different casks are blended together, are single casks. So it's, think of it in the same sort of vein. But I've got access to multiple distilleries. I'm not just hemmed into one distillery's profile. I can go choosing from all over to kind of hit this flavour profile.
Carlos Costa's has a dry fig.
Nice.
Right, okay.
Like that.
Interestingly, there I met up with Phil. Phil was in Edinburgh. We went to Scotch Malt Whisky Society, and in that way that you've got the flavour profiles, where you're not looking for the age statement, you're not looking for the distillery. Phil said, "I want to try something marzipanish," and they said, "This hits the spot." Yeah, in Scotch Malt Whisky, that's what he's after. But this seems to have hit the spot, which is great. That's the one there. What's it say on it, though?
Orgia.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Well done.
I had to look it up because nobody's good. What was in total and absolutely wind up. Honestly, it's at no point sometimes.
Did he bully you a little bit?
He did really, like Stu, who's wrote something inappropriate, tried to get it to read it out. And then put loads of Latvia and wrote close. So you're not going to get it. You got done. He got done beauty. Was somebody put in the comment, "Have your zips down?" It was like pulling his zip up. Obviously, it wasn't. And everybody saw it on camera. And it was just,
There's no hiding it. That's like
it was the famous one. So they try and get us there all the time. Natalie podcast is starting very late. Natalie, we're starting with it.
sweet and spicy.
No, sweet. No, so spicy.
I was reading spicy on the screen.
Yes, it's sweet and it's fantastic. I'm going to leave a little bit of something because I want to do it. Bam. Greg, what's next?
So next up is
hold on, actually. Sorry to interrupt you. I do apologise. This is a good point. And Pete says we splash of water as well, because it is a slightly higher ABV.
I mean, there's
not
room
high.
there. No, there's room there for water.
There's a wee bit of room for a drop. So again, we've said this before. Get a little drop or a straw or something, and just put individual drops in, because you can put more. You can always put more. You can never take it out when it's in there. So squeezy with it, but open it up with a little bit of water. It'll be lovely. At that ABV, I'm pretty comfortable. I think that's where I would like it anyway. But it's worth doing. You do get a different. You must go down in ABV when you're doing blending, do you?
Yeah, I mean, when I do like a benchtop blend, I'll maybe have 100 ml or so of all of the components, and I'll blend them in ratios, and then I'll add a bit of water, try it, add a bit of water, keep doing the tasting notes as I go. Then you find you get down to drinking strength, and then I'll take it lower as well.
Okay, we go lower.
Even for single cast stuff and just sensory assessment, you're taking
right
about 30%, 20%.
Go right down the levels and come back. Oh, yeah. Andy's the same. That's interesting. You're better with a wee drop of water.
Yeah.
And Jennifer done the same. Drop of water. This is coming at 46%.
46%.
46%. So this is not child's play. This is it's a serious ABV. So a little bit of water brings it down. Lovely. It's nice.
I love that spot at 46.
That's what
I really like it.
I think you see it quite. I don't know if you know if you drop under 46, you have to start looking at chill filtration. So you can, in my opinion, you strip a bit of flavour out, but the mouthfeel goes. And you might find anyone who's putting water in tonight, depending on how much you put in or the temperature of the room, you might get a bit of haze or a bit of cloudiness. And that, for me, if I see that in a dram, I'm quite happy because I know they've probably not chill filtered it. So,
that's the giveaway normally, isn't it? That's normally the giveaway. Yeah, after that's it. Yeah, there are loads and loads of good comments about the water as well, which is great. Jane felt with water as well, and Carlos, great. So everybody's experimenting, everybody's doing little things. It's fantastic.
And if you're adding water, you're getting more to drink.
That's it.
You get a bang for your buck. Yeah. It's nice to give people that choice, though. If it's at 40%, that kind of decision is taken away. So it's the way we like to kind of drink our spirits. So,
I'm with you on that for sure.
So yeah, rich and spicy is the next one. So this is also part of our batch 3 release. So as you can tell, a bit of a darker hue on this one. It's a bit more gold coloured. Batch 2 was darker than this one. So because it's a natural colour, it just depends on the cask I choose. There's a bit of sherry cask influence in there with this one, but that's not all restricted to that's the only variant in there. There might be rum, there might be wines brought in there if I need to tweak the flavour slightly or just to pull it in a different direction. So yeah, there's no kind of I have to use these. I can totally play around. And again, all I'm looking to deliver here is it rich and is it spicy?
So when that batch is gone, you're not interested in what that tastes like. You're just going batch 3, batch 4, batch 5. You're just going for rich and spicy.
Yep.
And you've no influence whatsoever on what's in this one.
Pretty much. I mean, up until this point, the batches have jumped about quite a bit. As I was saying earlier, I think we will look to, we're getting feedback on, we know which batches and which kind of flavour profiles work best in this range. And we will start to narrow it down a bit. It'll be less kind of swinging, but they'll still deliver those flavours.
I love the fact you're able to just play around within that.
It sounds like an incredible job.
Because normally what you'll find is we've met blenders and people in the similar types of job, and they're like, oh, so my job is essentially to take all these whiskies that we've got and create the same thing year after year after year after year. And consistency is key. As you're saying, no, none of that applies to me. All that applies to me is rich and spicy.
We will settle it a little bit though. And we've got room now. We've got our kind of special edition ones. So if I want to be a bit different, I can go and do something completely different. So you'll see a bit more of that happening as well. I think
it's great. I really like the concept. I think it's fantastic. Right, guys, what we're talking about here: rich and spicy. Yes, we're talking about rich and spicy. Color, very much a different color. We're talking about a lot darker, not dark, but just a lot more golden. It's golden, isn't it?
Really
golden. Yeah, it's lovely. The nose is a bit heavier as well. It's got a little bit more weight.
That's delicious.
The nose is. I'm just enjoying the nose a little bit.
Yeah,
I get a wee bit of. I get like a really wee bit weird, but like this. Do you want to get really, really, really specific tasting notes? Nobody else is ever going to understand because you're the only person that's ever tasted it. But like years ago, right? I'm going to go off on one here. You used to get these weird, like it was like a brand of cherries, and it was in a like porcelain, a white and blue porcelain like jug, and you put the lid on. It was like this French brand. It had like a honey scoop. It kind of had like a weird honey scoop, so it had this really cherry syrup in it, and that's exactly what that smells like. It's so specific. You're going to look at it and see what it is. You're like, well, I don't know what you're talking about, but that's exactly what it reminds me of. It's this, it's this really specific brand of like French cherries is what it reminds me of. It's just bizarre.
That's the beauty of whiskey, though, because it's such a
so emotive.
Memory recall, and
it's so emotive. That just has brought me right back to that exact thing that I can smell. It's amazing.
Some interesting notes coming through as well. This one in particular, I've never got espresso in a dram as strong as this, which is quite interesting.
A couple of people pulled coffee out on this before. It's definitely kind of. It's got that dark chocolate. Some people, if there's cigar smokers on the nose, will pick up those kind of cigar leaf kind of notes as well. So dried fruits.
You'd mentioned a bit sherry. When you're looking for these flavour profiles, is there go-to casks? Obviously, if you're looking probably for your smoother sweet drams, you've got your bourbon, your rum cask, like you said, because they've got those. Like rum, for example, has got that sweeter flavour profile. Bourbon similar. When it's rich and spicy, what are you looking for in a in a cask in a distillery to give you those notes? Is there something in particular?
Absolutely. I mean, a lot of it will be driven by, there'll be a good element of European oak in there, because that brings a bit of oak spice in there itself. But the sherry obviously delivers those kind of, the richness comes from that. A lot of it's done with the types of spirit as well. So when we look at, so I have said this earlier, the distillery is almost irrelevant because they all fall within a kind of flavour style. So if I know it's lacking a bit of mouthfeel or a bit of waxiness, I know what distilleries then I need to kind of focus in on. But something we're going to be doing a bit more in the future as well, because we do have such a kind of a solid wood program for seasoning. We'll be looking to get the components together, batch them together, then put them back into cash for a rounding off period. So I can, if I find that if this wasn't quite delivering the expected kind of richness and that spiciness, I can round it back off in cask again, 3-4 months and some first fill sherry cask. Yeah, I mean, if you're using first fill sherry cask, so we get our first batch of our 24 month seasoned sherry cask that we've been kind of laying down the last few years. They come next month. They'll be quite aggressive in terms of what they deliver. So to round something off like this, because we're not taking a clear spirit that doesn't have a bit of that already, we're just kind of rounding off the edges and just elevating everything a little bit. And then what I tend to try and do is keep a little bit of the base liquid back to allow me to balance it if it goes a bit too far. Because if you over influence it, then you can't really. It's like you were saying about water. You're better having a way of kind of just a little bit of time, and then
man, it's like a science.
It pretty much is.
It's so amazing.
And I wasn't very good at science at school.
But just the amount of like foresight you need to have to be able to, I think, realize or know that there are going to be implications for everything that you do. Now, I think you would probably struggle to ruin a whiskey like completely, but just having knowing that everything you're going to do is going to have this slight influence. It's actually, I need to be able to counteract that. Or I need to be able to have that influence or that influence. It's just, I think it's amazing.
It's like having
it's amazing.
It's like having a chef in a kitchen. You've got to have access to different flavors and different modifiers that you can use and then in cask. And you use the wood to kind of tweak things and stuff and just round it off. And
next time you should see if we can get a prize where you come and create a blend.
Make your blend,
get access to all the ball.
He's got to try and punt it. We're getting a load of good notes, which is really, really nice. David Finney's at work. He's going to have to watch on repeat, and he's probably already drank the whiskey. So he's done first sip much richer. He likes it. Steve Homewood really likes it. It's much richer. Chocolate, nutty chocolate, nice spicy finish. He is a chocoholic, so he likes that. It smells like poutine. I don't know what that. Do you mean like chips and cheese and gravy? I'm not sure if that's what you mean. Sandalwood is actually built after a few deep inhales. Tastes like glassy cherries meets spiced apple pie.
Like that,
That's seriously good.
It's really good.
That's so good. This is right up my street. Cinnamon, spiced chocolate, espresso. Johnny H loves it. Jane Hope says it's got no gores notes. That's really interesting. That's so interesting. It's like, obviously.
Bush, no.
The bush,
right.
The bush, gores, like we get in the braids.
I know that smell from playing golf because I was in the playing.
Saying I was playing on Swanston last week and there's nothing but gores. Espresso, strong throughout. Yes, it's tan-free. Warm spice, dark chocolate, long finish. Very nice.
Great brand for dark chocolate. That's
nice.
And with a cigar.
And fish and chips, what you go for?
It would be a haggis pudding with brown sauce.
Going straight in.
That's spicy.
Not playing about with that at all.
Yeah, there you go.
A wee can of Iron Brew as well.
Or cherry cola.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Look at that red cola. Remember that red?
That stuff was good for you.
Is that still,
I'm convinced.
Is that still about? Is that illegal yet?
They just sell it at Chippies.
They realise that's illegal now. That cannot possibly be right. It gives me the feeling that it's about to kick like a donkey, but then it goes nice and mild, and I love it.
Yeah, that is true. Actually, I think I get that. You get that.
Yeah.
Spicy hit as soon as it hits you, but it just goes.
It's like it's going to batter you.
It doesn't hit the back of the throat in like a burning way. I think it's brilliant.
Take a wee drop of water as well. This one reacts quite well with.
I think it's also probably time to mention the price point of these is pretty incredible for the quality.
Yeah.
So what do these come in at?
39, just under the £40 thing. 39. You actually really know that.
Under 40
This
quid
is what
will do.
John will be screaming. He'll be watching the feeds, screaming at it. But yeah, that's we try to deliver quality whiskey at a good price. It's kind of what we try and do. But yeah, I think for the flavour it's delivering and the ABV, I think it's a really fair price.
Yeah, definitely. You don't need to spend crazy money to get quality. You don't need.
You would dry that quality on some meat at home, no problem. In the evening,
I would bring it out.
you would bring it out and you would
I'd
dry
bring it out
easy.
to show people. So that would be something that I keep up my sleeve for. Maybe you've got some well-known names with high age statements, and you just drop that in. So what do you think of that? I think it would fare in any lineup. I think it's brilliant. Really.
Martin Amy says, I really like the nose on this. I prepare it with a wee drop of water.
Horse meat.
I had horse meat in France once. It was amazing. He's absolutely at it.
Dark cherry. So loads of cherry in this one.
Loads of cherry. Everyone's getting cherry. I got cherry as well.
Christmas cake.
Cherry.
2 weeks to make. I had to keep adding ingredients.
This is good from Johnny H. I like Johnny H. tasting those. Like a flat white with a shot of cinnamon and chocolate sprinkles.
I need to get them to write my tasting notes.
I would pair the rich and spicy with a tiramisu. Nice. I like that a lot.
I can see that.
This horse meat chat. I'm not doing it.
This is really nice. This is Robert, which is good. You got the flat white one. Coffee, ginger, and very nice mouthfeel during and after.
Stuart got a wee bit of Campari-ness, which I understand he's trying to go down a little bit of, I guess, fruity, bittery, kind of like strong aftertaste flavour, I guess. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure.
Or he's not his glass out from
Yeah, picking up all spritz last night. He's not actually worked it out yet.
Rich toffee, coffee, warm, lovely characters. I tell you what, these tasting notes sell themselves. It's delicious.
I reckon this is up there, right? So what are we liking so far? Who's in sweet mellow? Who's in rich and spicy? What are we thinking? Simon, you sound like you're recovering from a cold. I am. That's all I'm going to say on that.
Smooth and sweet Poutines Irish whiskey. There we are.
There you go. I thought you meant chili cheese.
Here's a good question, though. We've got a question for Greg. How do you get that spice in there out of interest? Is it just the blends, or do you actually introduce the spice? It's just So
I mean, just going back to it's a lot of it's coming from the casks, predominantly the European oak elements, bringing a bit of that, and the sherry as well. The types that we use in there will help kind of elevate the spices in there.
Fab. Moving on.
Yeah. So this one is our smoking peat, and as I mentioned earlier, because we're not putting geographical kind of ties on the bottle, that gives me freedom to use peated whiskies from the mainland, so it doesn't have to be smoke and peat. It doesn't matter whether that's mainland or it's Islay.
Which I think is important for people to understand as well, that Islay obviously famous for its phenomenal peated whiskey. You don't have to get on a boat to get your peated whiskey, right?
That's right. And there's more, I think, go back 10, 15 years ago, there maybe would have been less kind of distilleries in the mainland experimenting with it.
Yes.
But yeah, almost most brands now have a peated variety of their stills.
That's the one for me.
Subel says, regarding his Campari-ness, he said a slight bitterness on the back of the throat, like in a nice way. Bitterness can be used, I guess, as a negative connotation. But he meant that sort of that bitterness.
Almost like a dark chocolate as well. Like you get
the touch of nice little touch of bitterness. Yeah, it's nice. Blaine's on the smooth and sweet. Pete's on the smooth and sweet.
He's saying sweet. Smooth and sweet was lovely. Right. But for me, I like the rich and spicy more. Yeah, we'll need to do that. Right. Get a little pull going at the end. See.
I like that from Ashley. This is great. Greg, does somebody like you take note of their tasting notes and add them or help you influence future blends, or do you have a super secret black book of winning concoctions? So do you take into consideration what these guys are saying?
100%, yeah. I mean, you'd be stupid to not. And as I say, I'm still on my whiskey journey. I'm 8 years in, but it's not you don't ever complete it. It's always evolving. So getting feedback's really important. It's what's helped shape the batch 1 to batch 3 is taking feedback from people. So it's important. And also something I do mention quite a lot about when we're working with the spirit. Everybody's got a different palate. I naturally am more attuned to spicy, sweeter, fruity notes, and less floral. I find harder to find. I've got to be careful because I'm not super sensitive to sulfur. So that's why having a tasting panel is really important. And you've got to have a balance on that tasting panel as well. And I often say my sister's probably 10 times better nose than me for identifying flavour. She doesn't like whiskey. She's totally missed her trick there. But yeah, everybody's different. They've all got their own palate. So yeah, you've got to listen to those flavors.
Rich and spicy. There's a few votes. People are enjoying the rich and spicy a lot. Chris Davies says it's the Melby of whiskey, which I'm loving. Rich and spicy is just tipping it as the best currently. So, I like that a lot.
Nice.
This has got a lot of Lafroig to it. It's Robert, which obviously there's that peaty instant. You're going to make that instant connection with Lafroig to the peat. Instant nose, old socks. I'm pretty sure Ian means that positively as well. So he means that in a good way. Smoking peat, classic, ultimate cold remedy. My favourite of the three. Jennifer's
nice
not
one.
holding back on her.
Yeah, I'm loving that as well. I think you can
I'm
get.
not one in yet. When I go smoky peaty.
I think this goes back to the kind of the beauty of the range. It's smooth and sweet's kind of really approachable. It's where a lot of people get into whiskey is going down that kind of flavour profile. You've then got something that satisfies people who like their richer sherried whiskies. And then for your smoking peat fans, this is for me it's just a really classic example. This is more spirit character led. The majority of this is refill casks. We're not really looking for a lot of wood influence on this. We're looking for the peaty whiskey to do the talking on this one.
Nice.
Yeah, it's when you're blending a whiskey like that, are you going? I'm trying to word this. Are you going right? That one's super peaty. Therefore, I need to go for something that's no peat at all. Is that how it works, or do you go levels of peatiness in terms of say 1 to 10? But they're all peaty. How do you balance it out, or does it just completely?
So there can be from batch variances. There can be if it's a particularly high level of peat in some of the liquid that's going into it. You maybe want a bit of balance or something that's unpeated just to rein it in, just to round it off. I mean, we're not trying to create the most peated whiskey. We just want something that delivers that expectation of smoking peat that's really kind of approachable and isn't going to alienate everybody, but it should be a well-rounded example of kind of smoky peated whiskey. But yeah, you've just got to. I mean, I just quite a lot, play around, and then
there's single batch blended malts. That's what this is. Single batch of that.
Essentially, blend. Yeah. I mean,
and then the next. That's what's just occurred to me.
Yeah. So
once it's just so. I love it. I think it's such a great concept. And your variances between batches are just amazing. So I'd love to know. So which batch is this for the smoking?
So this is they're all batch 3s. So this is
now I just want to take it. Now I want to taste the next one. Now, I know it's going to be different now. So what you're saying is your batch variances are making me actually just want to be like, right now, can I get a batch 2 or can I get a batch 4? What's the difference? Oh, now look what it's done here or look what it's done there. I think that's great. I think it's amazing.
Somewhat unique, obviously.
It's fairly unique, yeah. That for blended. Yeah.
A lot of the whiskies that are coming out now, obviously, from you guys, are going. I'm trying not to give away too much. I'll let you go into it. But you've always got that like exclusivity excitement about what you're releasing. Is anything to do with that, the blending as well, in terms of keeping it limited? Yeah. So is there like a model around keeping everything? You want everything limited. Sensitively. Yeah, sorry. I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm somewhere up there.
So to give you an idea how it started, so with batch 1 that we done in a 1,000 litre tank, so there was a maximum output that we could do, and we're now at the point where we've got a warehouse in Glenrothes, which is kind of a key add-on to the business. It's been brought in a couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago. That was something that was missing. So a lot of our casks, well, all of them pretty much were held in other people's warehouses. We then get them pulled down to Leith, I'd do the blending, then it would get bottles from this tank. We're now at a position where our warehouse has got capacity for up to 22,000 hogsheads. It's a massive space. We've got blending tanks that are going in just now. So that gives us a chance. So they'll still be limited by whatever size the tank is, but we're moving very much in a bigger volume. So batch 1 to batch 3 would only be maximum a couple of thousand bottles. So we're talking about quite a small product in terms of availability globally, because we ship to Canada, to Australia, Poland. These go all over the world. But as we grow, the batches will grow bigger. But that's where I've brought a kind of little special dram along tonight, just as a thanks for having me along. So
nice.
That's one that's very even more limited, and we will be doing more of these kind of maybe seasonal or market specific releases that are very limited. So yeah, we'll still hold on to that kind of limited aspect to it, but the core range will grow. Yeah, it's just the nature as the business grows. We need to have more product for the demand.
Right. Let's get some feedback on the smoky one. Rich and spicy is the best so far. I will try the smoky next. It's not quite.
We're a few minutes behind as well.
Smoke and peat gives me a chili flavour, says Carlos Costa. For peat, it's very smooth. I get burnt stoked on the tongue, says Stuart. It's absolutely winding me up. I'm liking both slightly more on the rich and spicy with its after notes, where I'll leave it behind. I'm just going to push forward a little bit on this.
Campfire and marshmallows.
This one's giving me Kahlua vibes, not right there on the way to the smoothness for sure. Yeah, by the rich and the peat.
Nice.
Good, Robert. That's not bad. 2 out of 3. Spot on. Good. Everyone is loving it. Everyone's really enjoying the drams, which is fantastic. Not usually a fan of peaty smoky whiskey, but that is
fire. I love it.
Straight fire, says Peter. Now, to turn a non-peaty smoky whiskey drinker in one dram, it's not bad. That's not bad. A win. You can just enjoy that. Revel in it. Enjoy it. Yeah, it's amazing. I want to hear what people's favourite is out of the 3 for sure. We are going to move on to competition at some point very shortly, so make sure you jump on to www.whisky.com and pick up any remaining tickets. I don't know if there are remaining tickets. I'm not sure. There's been a bunch of orders we've mentioned to it, so we'll catch them. Jump in, make sure you're in for that because you're going to win some cool prizes.
Spicy seems to be a real favourite so far.
Keds, look at Ked's comment.
Not gonna lie, now my nose is stepped on the scent. This is banging.
Love it. It's good anyway, but price point wise makes it the value is incredible. Yeah, it's really strong. Good for that price, yes, very good. And they might potentially get a discount code coming.
Yeah, rumour has it. Yeah,
rumour has it. There's a potential discount coming, which means the value just goes crazy.
Well, we said there would be a discount if someone said the magic phrase of horse meat. So
that was it.
If somebody mentions stoats and horse meat, then we'll definitely do a discount.
Yeah, not the rich was good, but leaning toward the peat. Rich and spicy is my favourite, but all very drinkable. All amazing drams, but the last rocks my pirate ship.
Nice. What's your favourite?
If I was
what's your children do you prefer?
Honestly, I've helped create them all, so I like them all. But if I had friends around, I could choose one bottle. I'd prefer it to spicy. But that's me, like, that's the kind of whiskey that got me into whiskey. So yeah, there's no surprise there.
It'd probably be I would say it would probably cover the most demographic, right? You're going to catch a lot of that really rich. That really rich flavour thing like that.
I love the smoky one. I think it's amazing. But I've gone back to the rich and spicy, and it's brought out just a lot more of the sweet notes in it as well. Actually,
Hold on.
I love keeping a little bit.
It's a good way to taste them because you're giving them a chance to air out, and your palate's now awake as well, so you can go back and forward. And then if you've got a tiny bit left, you blend them all together and make a rich, spicy, sweet, smooth dram. I might as well I'll give you try this one as well while you're going through them. So this is one of the limited ones that we did.
You've been a bit cheeky.
Yeah, there's I think 11 bottles of this.
11 bottles.
Yeah, this was a project done a few years ago. So this was batch 2.5. This was, I was saying, although the batches will naturally grow, we'll have maybe these 0.5 ones that are a bit more limited. So these were all individually numbered. There was only 600, and there was refill bourbon casks used, but first fill red wine as well. That's where that kind of rich colours coming from. We used wine casks from one of our wine cask suppliers, who has a vineyard down in the very south of France, who we actually used to work with on one of our gins that was finished in red wine. So we knew the casks were good. This was just a kind of little thanks to them and a little play around for me to see
So
what red wine done.
I tell you what, if you like rich and spicy and you like smoky and peat,
this is like
this is the best of both worlds. That is absolutely fantastic.
This definitely benefits from a little bit of water. I don't know how good you are pouring. That's your one, but yeah, you're a tiny wee drop of water in it.
That is absolutely.
Yeah, so it was 50% first fill, red wine, and 50% from refill bourbon.
That is
In sports terms, gold medal is smoke and peat, silver is rich and spicy, but we've not got the end of that comment. So, but
Smooth and sweet must have got the bronze.
hold on, Greg. We only have 3 to taste. Put that bottle away. No sample.
is this?
Chris, you can
Am I right in saying this is what's up for grabs? Though?
Yeah.
So tonight somebody's winning all of these plus a rare find, a special rare find. It's the William Blake. Tell us a wee bit about that. For us. Your brightness is down. It's recording right on mine.
Oh, right, okay.
Unless there was feedback on it, was there? No.
I just noticed.
Right.
I mean, now there is more, like, because you've turned your screen up.
Yeah, that's much brighter.
Yeah.
So, the William Blake. So you're winning all 4 of these at William Blake. We added William Blake in, one, because again, it's shows something interesting that you guys do. It doesn't stop with creating phenomenal blends at really, really palatable prices. You've also got levels of high age statements, cool collaborations. There's so much more to Gleann Mòr.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So the William Blake, which is going to be a series, this is the first bottle from that, and it's our rare find brand. So rare find is usually single cask whiskey. Sometimes we've done Irish whiskey, we've done champagne cognac, we've done other things, but it's just spirit that we really find is something rare, and it's special, and it's got a story about it. So the William Blake series is 3 sister casks. So for people that don't know, when a distillation run's done and they fill a bunch of casks the same day from the same distillate, they're kind of known as sister casks. So these were 3 that they all started their journey, and when we got them into the business, they've been in refill hogsheads. We then put them into other casks to show them all going off in different directions. The first in the series went into first fill bourbon, and it's a 15-year-old Rusk, and it's cask strength, and that'll be part of the prize going tonight. So they're individually numbered, and it was with the Fitzwilliam Museum, which is associated with Cambridge University. So they kind of approached us about doing this project, and then the next iteration, I don't know if I'm allowed to say yet, but it'll be a different finish, and then there'll be a third part which will again be a different finish. So it'll be a set of 3 different cask finishes on it.
Nice, and it's got a really cool William Blake.
Yeah, one of his original artworks. Yeah, so
on the bottle, which is amazing.
Great. Wonderful stuff. 5 bottles up for grabs. Amazing price, says Nick. 40 quid a bottle. Very accessible price. That's 40 quid a bottle. Tail here for just a wee bit. There's a couple of sound complaints, but it looks okay on the sound thing. But it's okay. Doesn't seem like it's.
We'll see how we get on.
Robert Watmore says he wishes he'd bought 2 kits. Love it, Robert. Yeah, you're missing out.
You can still, of course, there's still Whisky Row.
Yeah.
You do get them direct. The discount applies to these 4 bottles. I would say if you've enjoyed all 3, of course, go for your favourite. I would really recommend getting in on the special release if in particular you were torn between the 3rd and 2nd drams, the rich and spicy and the Smoky Pete.
Yeah, I would
Make sure I've got the right
special.
the Smoky Pete.
That's absolutely
There.
So we're going to do the competition any minute now. I think we're pretty much ready to go. So if you've not got your entries yet, jump on www.whiskyclubuk.com. We'll start pulling that list and get your names on the hat. You're going to win all these bottles of whiskey here, everything we've tried tonight, plus the special edition that we've all tried in the room. It's absolutely fantastic. First, before we do that, do we have a code that we can stick up for people and a way for them to go and buy bottles?
Yes. So there was a link put in earlier, but I can just fire it up. I'll get that up. The discount code is Whisky Club UK.
Love.
And I'll put a direct link in.
So your 40 quid bottle is going down to 34. 50% discount. Yeah, a 34 quid bottle now. It's a bargain, man.
It is a bargain.
It's a bargain, man. It really is.
We never put their pairing. I don't think. Did we get fish and chip pairing for the last 2?
Then we had a haggis with brown sauce.
That was for the rich and spicy.
And then the last, the smoky, I think I'd go for garlic mushrooms. Yeah, just to be controversial.
Garlic mushrooms.
Garlic
mushrooms from the chippy.
Oh, good.
Are they?
Yeah.
Garlic
They're in
mushrooms
batter,
from the
so
chippy,
of course they're good.
Wow.
Or a deep fried Mars bar would also work, that kind of sweetness with it. Counteracting the smoke.
Then what was the last one? Special edition?
The special edition, the red wine, white pudding.
White pudding. Something a wee bit like just to bring it all, bring it all down a bit. Bring it
Yeah.
Chill out.
Just a wee bit. I'm just got poker chips for that.
Just chill out. Just salty.
A wee bit salt. I dip them in that.
That's some good chippy pairs. That could be a theme, eh? We can make a feature out of that.
Yeah.
What would you pair this with, the chippy?
Yeah, just get them on the bottle.
I'm going to get a reputation. The last online thing I was on, I ended up talking about crisps or whiskey, so I'm going to get a bad reputation for unhealthy food.
Listen, this is what people want, right? Because let's be fair, no one is sitting at home with like expensive dark Belgian chocolate. They're eating chippies. So we're selling our whiskey to people that eat chippies. This is what we do here.
Pete is steak pudding territory. Chris Jenkins has gone for the jugular. White pudding. ... Pervert.
Oh, cheers, Chris. I thought you would chip in with something.
Oh, that's fantastic. White pudding is a choice. Like it's a bold choice.
Steve's away on holiday Monday, so he's going to savour the miniatures for now.
Don't worry, Steve.
This discount code is available for a week. So you've got a week to decide your favourite. You might have another tasting kit up your sleeve. Therefore, you've got a bit of time to decide. But I think I'm going 2 bottles. I'm going one is 600. It's just the branding at the back catches me every time, and the light as well. I'm going the limited special release and the rich and spicy.
No. I'm going limited and Smoky Pete. Definitely. That's genuinely. It always feels like it's difficult to say these things in front of the people that made it, but this is genuinely one of the best smoky blends I've tried. Thank you very much. Genuinely, and I've tried a lot, and I mean that honestly. It's fantastic.
It's really good. I think this one ups it for me.
Right, okay.
This one ups it for me. So I'm going to go for that's why I'm going for a combo.
Very nice.
Really nice. Does anyone have any more questions for Greg as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
None from Chris Jenkins.
Just Jenkins absolutely wind up. White pudding though is suspect. It's slightly suspect.
Where'd you stand it? Because
It's sticky.
I got berated at a bar recently for saying I like chow mein hot noodles. I got the same reaction as I did for the white.
What's the chow mein one? I don't know what colour that is. The blue. Is that blue?
It's like it's a blue one, yeah.
It's sauce. Read it. Do you get chicken bakes from there?
No.
No, sorry.
Chicken bake, delicious.
No, you don't.
Chicken bakes are delicious.
That is bizarre.
They are delicious.
No.
But I always get a steak bake.
Well,
I get a steak bake and a chicken bake.
coming back. Yeah.
No way, I'm just making it clear.
No one's going to Greg's for a steak that chicken bake.
I think you'd be surprised.
What about the cheese and onion slice?
No way.
No way. Did you get cheese onion slice?
Oh,
my God. What are you betting this guy before we turn this? It's not a business you're putting at risk here.
Oh, man.
You can't be getting a cheese onion slice.
Such a good palate. Such a good palate as well to then lower yourself.
That's what you need to break out from the norm, and you've got to try the things on the
That's
side.
it. So
You
you're
seem like
explaining
such
it.
a nice guy as well. I really never get along. That's so strange.
Can't see the limited edition on the shop page. Is it something else?
Greg, Tampere's asking how often you release the special editions.
That's the first time we've done it.
First one.
The Smoking Pete 2.5 was the first one, but we are looking at doing one. There may be one later in the year. That's all I can say.
Great.
I can see it there on the website. If you head to whiskyrow.co.uk/shop, the top 3 drams are the 3 that you perhaps tried at home. And then if you scroll down the 4th bottle there, Whisky Row Smoking Pete Blended Malt Special Edition Red Wine Finish. 36 quid a bottle, that is.
Before discount.
Before discount.
So you're going to get another 6 quid off that almost. You're talking about 30 quid for that bottle. Is that right?
Yep.
Can I use this?
No.
Yeah.
There's only 11 left as well, or there was when we started. So
Man, that's amazing. That's honestly, that's a serious bargain. Serious bargain.
Put the link in, Harvey. I'll just type it in. Yeah, good shit.
Yeah. Still talking about food, you're making me hungry, says Steve. Apparently he likes cheese and onion slices as well.
That's it. Got solidarity there.
Make sure to use your Whisky Club UK. Make the most of that discount. Was looking for a limited edition. Sorry, special edition. I think it says on the website. Special edition. That's limited as well. So apologies.
There's a good one from Crafty Panda.
Yeah, let's get some questions in for Greg. Was there a particular whiskey experience that you would say started your whiskey journey?
Yeah, there's I can pin it down to exactly one dram that got me into whiskey.
Nice.
I've told the story a couple of times, so apologies if anybody's heard it before, but a couple of friends of mine went travelling the world, met an American couple, and then a few years later they came to visit, and I lived down in Leith at the time, and they'd been to see the Royal Yacht Britannia as tourists do, and they came over for lunch and offered them a drink, being a good host, opened the cabinet, and there was a bottle of Balvenie 12-year-old double wood sitting there. It wasn't mine. Someone had left it after a party, and the guy said, "Can I have a dram of that whiskey?" And I said, "You can have a dram. I don't drink whiskey," which feels weird to say now. And he was like, "Oh, please, I've never had a dram with a Scotsman in his house. Have a dram with me." So two tried it and was like, "Okay, this is what I've been missing out on." So that was the exact moment. In fact, I still, brilliant. And just to wrap it back to the other prize that's on tonight, the Thrust, the William Blake one. It was recently, I'm still in touch with this guy because my friends go over to visit. They took a bottle of the William Blake over for his birthday, for his 40th. And so, yeah, if it wasn't for him, I probably wouldn't be sitting here tonight. So
nice.
Greg, if you went to Greg's Bakery and you had a hip flask of your whiskey, which whiskey would you choose with a steak bake?
Oh, with a steak bake, I think we're getting into this niche territory again of food and whiskey. So I'd definitely, I'd ask, is it a warm steak bake, or have I missed the warm ones and it's cold? Because that would probably influence my decision.
Most likely.
No, I like the suggestion. It's good whiskey.
Perfect.
You're not good, yeah.
So it's not too hot that you're like,
not
in your mouth, like, you know,
this is 40 minutes later, you still can't eat it.
Right, so it's just ready to go. I'd probably go for at the moment in our rare find range, we've got a Tamdhu 20-year-old in sherry, which I think would just be.
Tried that bad boy.
Have you had
Oh yes, I have. Yeah.
Look at you.
Delicious.
You've been a news boy for a while.
Tell you what, pays to know, my friend.
Although if I'd known he had chicken bakes in.
He lives at Baines now anyway. He lives at
Listen,
Baines.
Baines is low-key superior to Greg's. They have a macaroni pie, so they're better.
All our English watchers are going, a what? A macaroni pie, what's that? How does the discount work at checkout? Robert, let's have a look for you. Let's have a look. Add the cart,
They are no
checkout. Let's just do it. Add to cart, checkout. There's a discount code on the right-hand side. It says discount code or gift card. Whiskey Club UK. Type it in and press apply, and it'll take it off your total, Robert. Just like that. You should see two sections, two parts of the page. On the right-hand side, right next to the product that you're buying, there's a wee code, a wee text box. Just stick it in there and press apply. I've got it on the screen here. The total savings on a £36 bottle of £5.40.
So £30 60p, and this is yours. And I tell you what, I'm going to see if I can do a wee advance because I'm off to a friend's party after this, and this guy is coming with it. Hence the shirt, eh?
Nice.
Well, you're going to wear that out outside, yeah? I'll just stand outside though because it is.
There was other people there.
I'm going to put my Whiskey Club video on now. Is it a dark venue?
I love how easily you've seen slotted into this, Greg. It's absolutely fantastic. Chippies and steak bakes and slag and Harvey. It's all
chippies, steak bakes, and insults. Right, let's do it. Last call. That's it.
Last call, but this is it. Well, the tickets. We've done well. The tickets are looking great. Everyone's in with a chance. I'm going to assume. I'm going to make a bold assumption that everybody watching understands how this works.
Yes.
So we're going to put the names on the wheel. We are going to. Dear me, what have I done here? What's going on? What I'm looking for. The Gleann Mòr Spirits competition, fantastic. This has been great. I've really enjoyed this.
Yeah, phenomenal brand.
Enjoyed this. And then I'm going to share it. And we're going to spin. We get a winner, and it's nice and easy, just like that. So good luck, everyone. Says Johnny. Johnny's ready to go. I've ordered the special. If you've ordered a bottle, give us a shout. Let's hear it on the stream. I want to see how well we've done here. Getting this fantastic brand out to you guys. I'm really hoping.
Stuart's gone special edition as well. Love that.
Check out the box. Actually, Stuart, what's going on? Stuart Cohen got the special edition. Fantastic, good man. Blaine ordered the special edition. We're down to 9 bottles.
Unless somebody's gone silent as well on us.
So yeah, people have gone quiet for sure. Last question.
Oh, this is good.
Greg,
yes.
If you had to go out for a drink with one of Simon or Harvey every Friday until you die, who would it be?
Well, that's a tough one. Well, it depends. I invited you here, mate. Are you wearing that shirt? Because that means that you're shining more than me, then, eh? You can't hit me from there, can you? I'll go for Harvey then. Good answer.
Just pick Harvey.
You've not shared.
I'm on my own. I'm free.
We'll need a taxi. We need somebody to pick us up.
Yeah. I normally drive. I never normally get to drive on the streets. So that's great. The Tampico's lol burn the shirt.
What the hell's wrong with it?
You look like you go to school. I think that's the point. What's he doing? Excuse the spelling. The whiskey is kicking my ass. Right, here we go for the Gleann Mòr Spirits competition and tasting. We're just going to double check. Hopefully there's more coming in at the last second because I know you guys like to try and trick me. You like to try and trick me by spying the late night tickets. Here we go. So we're on the screen. We're going to just spin it. It's on the wheel. Here we go. The winner's getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, 5 bottle, really nice 5 bottle collection.
We don't have.
I think in the last moments of this, we'll drop to the bottom of some of the exciting collaborations that you have done, and one that's super exciting. I think it's amazing what you guys are doing with the special competition.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to just call these names very, very quickly and get ourselves a winner. Chris is there, Ashley, Tampreet, Simon, Laura, Martin, David, Robert, Ben, Steve, Dunapay, Stuart Cole, Chris, Al, Connor, Johnny H is there, Phil Whaley, Simon Avan, Daniel Coombe, Ashley Bull's been sending in some fantastic tasting notes.
Go on, Ashley.
Al Ford. Who's it going to be?
Ashley Bull. Ashley said some of the cracking tasting notes tonight.
That was tight. Him and Al Ford were super tight. Ashley Bull, you're the winner, my friend. You'll be watching. Let's get some congrats in for Ashley Bull. Love it for you, Ashley. Congratulations.
Well done, mate. Congrats.
By the way, just before we go on, Kev says, man looks handsome. Leave him alone. So that's that.
Just a sec.
You might want to put your contrast up on your computer. Whoever just put that comment in.
Oh, what was that?
Not saying you look handsome. They've already got the.
Your screen's clearly faulty.
Yeah, duplicates are on. I can see it there. Let me just get. I know. They're not side by side. We gave it a shuffle. So the section of the wheel that you can't see stores all the names. We only displayed 99, and there was 170 entries into that. So if you didn't see your name, it was most likely just getting shuffled in the imaginary bowl.
Duplicates are on. Don't worry. I never turn them on. I top it off anymore. Don't need to.
Thanks, guys. Great to join you. Spot on. Thanks, Hansel.
Guys, get on that website, www.whiskyrow.co.uk/shop. Use the code Whisky Club UK for 15% off. You can get this fantastic special or limited edition or special edition. I don't know what it's called on the website.
Special edition
on the website for £8.50. It was the pick of the bunch. These ones here, again, you get a discount on them. It's a fantastic offer. Get on that website and buy some of those tickets, buy some of those bottles. We love it.
Also, sorry, we were just about to touch on it. Then we had our winner coming up there. The exciting collaborations. Tell us.
Yeah, we've obviously talked about the William Blake series that we're doing, but out with that, we also are the whisky partner for the men's Scottish national football team. You might have heard of them. So yeah, we've been working with them for this is our 4th year with them. And we've done a series of releases, and we'll be doing one to commemorate their game against Germany in a couple of weeks. So we're actually going to be bottling the whiskey on the day of that fixture, and it's limited on a single cask. It's a blended Scotch. This one, 25 years old, £99 for a 25-year-old. And it's a great brand, sherried. It's a lovely whiskey. Obviously, I chose it. I'm going to say that, but I think it's a great whiskey. It's a great addition to the series that we've done with them. But yeah, that will be limited to just over 300 bottles, individually numbered. And as I say, we'll be bottling that on the day of the fixture as well. So it's quite an exciting one. So yeah, I think we're going to be doing a giveaway with you guys with one of them as well. So,
nice,
which is exciting. So stay tuned. Yeah. But yeah, again, I can't believe that when. The price when I first got sent over the official bottling. So it's pre-order available right now?
Yeah, it's live now. It's available to purchase now on pre-order. Obviously, as I say, the concept behind it was bottling on the day of the fixture, but people can
so you can
bottle now.
So limited to just over 300 bottles. There's a 25-year-old official Scotland national team getting bottled on the first day of the first day of the tournament. Yeah, the tournament. So if you want a wee bit of whiskey history, there you are. That's the one.
You should have been awfully careful.
I'm
very impressed.
The European tournament that's coming up.
Copyrighted European tournament, but you're not allowed to say the word of. Chris Davies is actually allowed to us.
It wasn't the last question.
Okay.
Do you think Scotland will get through the groups?
I think it's tough, that first game. Yeah, so that first game's pivotal. I mean, there's nothing more difficult than playing in an opening fixture against the host.
CSB Germany.
Well, no, but
it's the big squad in my life. I mean, we beat Spain. I know it's their home tournament, so it's different, but we beat Spain. Anything's possible. You just get off to a good start. But
lump. Get lumping on mix off.
Back post. In like the 8th minute, and then you just hanging on for dear life.
No voice by 30 minutes in. So it doesn't matter what happens after that.
I can see us beating Germany, genuinely. I think we'll beat Germany.
And you're over there for it?
Big time.
Yeah, you'll need to take it. Well, you can't take that bottle, but we've got other SFA ones that you can probably sneak over with you in your hand luggage.
Yeah, we'll see.
The hold
on the bus down to Manchester, however we're getting there.
You need to work that out. You need to make some plans.
But guys, if you've enjoyed it tonight, say thanks to Greg. He's been amazing.
Greg, it was fab.
Amazing setup, amazing whiskey.
Thank you
Thanks for
very
having me
much.
along.
Thank you.
Jump in, grab a bottle while we can. There's only a week with the exclusive discount, and I think it doesn't really get much cheaper than that for that. I'll tell you that.
Value. Fantastic value.
So massive thanks, Greg, Simon, and Harvey. Have a good weekend, everyone. Catch you on Sunday. Yeah, we'll be live again on Sunday, so we'll see you Sunday. Could be a record 3 times in a week.
Big day on Sunday. Big day.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thank you.